Which looks like the match has actually started already. Okay, here we go. So we're a bit late to the game, as usual. Okay, nothing set up properly.
A little bit of a sky bridge for both teams going across. No real progress. Possibly Icarus is
Benny,
across,
that's you, baby.
but I'm not seeing any cannon setups right now.
Yeah.
Penn State World Campus can help you achieve a fully supported, credible,
The defender over on, looks like Dynasty, making a bit of a mistake, I think, doing this kind of defense, as opposed to just having a platform and having a diagonal line of TNT on top. There's not going to be a lot of sources on this when this is done, and it's just a lot of effort. Red cannon, however, next to it, which is...
Just got taken down, actually.
Pretty much gets the defense.
Backfiring cannon.
And there we can see actually one of the problems.
That backfire.
It was a counter that hit the spread.
Okay.
Sorry about that, guys.
It is good, though, that both teams seem to be getting a lot of water on their monuments, but if you look at the difference, HitsAttack over here has so much more. They've gotten this done safely. And they're looking very comfortable.
Yeah, and that's one of the risks with doing that kind of evolved water defense there, is you're kind of exposed, like this monument defense on Dynasty that's not done yet. If that gets hit, while it may not destroy or affect the monument, that TNT is going to cause a lot of block damage on their side, which, you know, isn't going to end the game for you, but it's quite the hassle to deal with no matter what you're doing.
Water can be a huge pain on this map. If there's explosions that mess with your base, it can cripple cannons below you, and it can actually be a pretty big deal, so you got to be careful when you're placing that TNT.
HoC and Linkle making their way over. They've got a 3-wide wooden bridge that they're trying to diagonal across over onto Dynasty side right now.
And Dynasty actually, interestingly enough, have a completely opposite side sky bridge of their own going diagonal as well, but looks like HitsAttack has a counter set up for that. And then also an Icarus directly under that sky bridge that they're about to fire. Looks like only one person going across. Santi Pingu. Let's see where he lands. He's gonna end up behind the sky bridge. See if he gets spotted. Ooh, and there goes that TNT I was talking about on the monument.
And we see diagonal towards the core. Good that they're staying away from the side. This cannon is going to do some minor damage if it's adjusted to shoot high enough. But I don't know if he intends to do so. He doesn't seem to be shooting for that sky bridge.
Definitely an interesting defense on Dynasty side. It doesn't look like they're trying to go back up and build up the water defense around the main core after the mishap earlier. And there's no real defense on this, I guess it's the left monument facing the other side.
Oh, there is some block spam over here. Someone inside of this. It does look like we do have someone inside of this monument over here. And they're going to be getting bit by bit.
Kopi's not actually sure how he got over, but he's getting work done right now into this monument, and this is going to be a huge, great start for HitsAttack here.
It's Skybridge Parkway. They extended it over.
Oh, look at that, yeah.
Monument level.
Completely jumpable from there. And both teams actually decided just to stop going diagonal and go straight across. And oh, an Icarus, 2-man Icarus coming in from HitsAttack, left side, yeah.
Both live bottom of the objective. It doesn't look like they have anyone in a position to stop them too well. And
yeah, and this man, Santi, is... Ooh, he got shot off, but he was relatively close. Copius did actually manage to complete that objective, so good job on him. And now, Dynasty just continuing the sky bridge. They're really near court. This is getting really dangerous for HitsAttack. And
both teams very far on Skybridge, and this is going to be a little problematic unless you have a pretty cannon heavy side. Because when you have two Skybridges like this, it's really difficult to keep control of both by having players up there. Usually you just have to have somebody pretty skilled with a whiskey getting as much as they can to stall that.
Yeah, it looks like counters going up on both sides, about to fire, see who wins this duel. Whoop, okay, one was for Skybridge and one was a counter, so yeah, counter cannon actually survived, or the Skybridge counter survives relatively intact. and the counter is about to fire again. So it's this interesting little duels that happen on throughout the whole map, which really for me actually makes it that DTC as a game mode interesting, because those little like duels that happen, and they happen so frequently, can actually really affect like what happens with the match. Those little, you know, winning that cannon duel can get you that little bit of dominance on that side, where you can build other cannons as well and start either or evolve your defense a little better without having to worry about cannon fire. So it's those little interactions that can really cement the team's ability to win or lose a match. So it's interesting to watch and catch those things when they happen.
Flashing forward to future matches, we're probably going to be talking a lot about cannon dominance. We're probably going to be talking a lot about who gets the whiskey up and who keeps it. In the other game modes, you know, if someone dies, they'll be back there in maybe 30 seconds with their same stuff. DTC, it's not about losing a sword fight, it's about losing a cannon fight. And that means the other team has a cannon up and you don't. And that is very, very definite progress towards the win. Enteritus is a much more heavy Skybridge Icarus map, so you don't see that as much, but as we get to later maps in the pool, we're probably going to start to see where the infrastructure that you set up, the defenses you get up, the cannons you keep, are really crucial. And honestly, by the end, if you look at one team's side, you can probably tell if they won or not.
Yeah, and now, as we were talking about that, Dynasty getting a few people over really pushed up on the Skybridge, but unfortunately they're over the one monument that they've already completed, and looks like HitsAttack actually getting their monument taken down. So
core left.
Yeah, just the core left for Dynasty. So Dynasty getting that Skybridge up quickly and really using it to its complete effect. So good job by them, but HitsAttack got the solo man running over. Let's see if he can go.
Left.
No, he's gonna be taken care of.
Both have been shot a bit. Diamond is up and he's down next to the objective.
But it is interesting to see that they actually get.
It's Rizzo just Icarusing over. He is going towards the monument here on Dynasty side. Sorry for cutting you off.
No, it's fine. I was actually going to mention the same Icarus. That it's interesting that they were actually allowed to have these two Icaruses built, and it looks like both teams really kind of playing a bit passively in the cannon game. I think, like Cortane was saying, later on in the tournament, especially as the seedings get a little bit closer and we see some more higher tier play, let's put it that way, we'll see teams really fighting and struggling for the first like 5-10 minutes, fighting back and forth for that really heavy cannon dominance. Looks like both teams here have elected to go for just a Skybridge game, and neither team getting countered very hard, so it's been a very fast Skybridge game, interestingly enough.
They're both basically walking over either by Icarus or by Skybridge. I think though it's really important that when you're watching the stream, I mean, obviously there's some things that they may need to work on for both teams, but when you have a tournament that's so long, that encompasses 5 weeks and has an invitationals, teams do grow very quickly. And especially in DTC, as we saw in Breaking Core, it's really thrilling to see towards the end, as not only the seeds get closer, but the teams get closer in terms of skill. Those matchups where teams kind of come out of nowhere and start to win things.
Yeah, and actually, Copious and Dynasty is all over HitsAttack's core right now. Actually, they have two people. They have one inside the core, just breaking it apart, and they're trying to leak it, but this water is going to stop them for a little bit. One on the fight and trying to keep this guy alive inside the core, but HitsAttack got 3 guys around this core, so hopefully they'll be able to take this guy out before he gets this solo ninja leak. That's basically what it was. But who pulls off a little sneaky move, but gets caught out underneath the core. Excuse me.
There's not a lot of water above this core, so if they're not going to push, I would very much recommend they go for just getting the water first, blowing up the core and letting it leak that way.
Yeah, definitely. But it looks like while they were getting pushed, HitsAttack never really went back on the offensive, so they're trying to, you know, survive that little scare moment right there. And Copious still not taken out. So let's see what he's up to. Oh, he just died. Okay.
We've got a few straight bridges going in the center, and this is a very wide map. It's a little similar to Fractal, which we'll see next week. Sometimes when you're getting pretty overpowered on Skybridge or Icarus, having those flat bridges to cause chaos on the front lines can be a good way to apply pressure to the other side.
The sword just means
he's
he's
not really doing much to repair their Skybridge over on the side. They did build up to it a little bit, missed the jump, and then fell off into the void. But they really haven't reclaimed this floating bridge over to the core.
It seems like both teams are not really intending on pushing together. They just seem to be sending a single person over at a time. We do have Receipt over here This guy, why he's placing these TNT on the side here is because this bridge is at height limit. He can't place it above. People used to build bridges at height limit because they were un-TNT runnable, as far as we knew. If you put it on the side and have it very close together like this,
not like that.
Actually, the TNT stays up here. The TNT will be close enough to explode and get a large chunk. If it's a very wide sky bridge at height limit, though, then having it on the side isn't going to damage the whole thing, however.
Yeah, we can still get some decent damage done, especially if you want to slow down the progress, or maybe even create a hole so you can get kind of delayed in that sense. So let's see how much damage you can be able to get done. Unless Santi Peg can get some work done and diffuses a whole bunch of it. He just solo saved that sky bridge there. That was good play on his part. And it looks like we have one member HitsAttack over on Dynasty side, but he's getting chased around, so I'm assuming he'll be taken care of.
Dynasty is actually in a bit of a good position here in the sense that they really only have to focus on their core for now. And they're therefore free to attack the somewhat weaker defended monuments on the other side because they have to have more objectives that they're guarding.
McDizzy coming up to Skybridge real fast to see if we can take on the Santi Pengu, and fight's about to start because he gets him. Ooh, that was really close on Santi's side. Just barely caught the corner of the block and survived, and actually gets to be able to take out McDizzy. So he's gonna be able to hold onto that Skybridge by himself for now. But Dynasty will most likely be sending up reinforcements relatively soon. Because HitsAttack is doing just the same, and if they can fortify up on the Skybridge, you know, again, talking about Skybridge all game, but that'll be their point of attack, and they've been chipping away at the monuments, or at least this one monument, so over the course of time, unless Copius puts in some work here, no, he gets knocked off. So it's HoC is still holding on to that Skybridge himself, and we have a little bit of a fight going on in the other one as well. Maxi versus it's Halo. Well, let's see who takes this on.
Fortification and reinforcements, of course, quintessential aspects of Minecraft PvP.
Oh, of course.
It's HoC getting some damage off on on Dynasty's left monument for HitsAttack. They are looking for him now. They just can't seem to find him. It looks like. Yep, they spotted him. He is. Or this is someone else from HitsAttack, down in full diamond, fighting beneath the monument. He's looking to make his way away from the fight, though. And
yeah, he gets taken out. Yeah, but good play on his part. Again, HitsAttack slowly has been kind of chipping away, but having two completed monuments against them, they're kind of in an uphill battle from here. But again, they need to get something done. It's it's not like the point where they can just stop trying. Although sending this guy naked might be a questionable call. If he can get some work done or get some touches on the monument, it'd be nice. But completions is really what they gotta go after right now. There's a whole lot of time left in this match, but with Dynasty in the position that they're in, one coordinated push could spell the end of the game for HitsAttack. But again, Dynasty really choosing to do this solo game. We can see one guy on the right Skybridge, one guy on the left. Icarus about to go off for HitsAttack. Left side, he's about to be under monument. But that's the other thing, is Dynasty also has the ability to play defensively and have defensemen because they're not going those heavy offensive plays. So they have these people that are still hard defending their monuments and their core, and so they're able to slow down HitsAttack's solo pushes as well. Yep. Oh, the catch, and he's out. Okay. So Copius almost hanging on by a thread there.
Taking out, yeah, took out both members before he got shot off the edge, though. So there is no one defending this bridge right now. It'll be interesting to see who gets up here first and what they end up doing with it.
P90 Asimov just jumping onto the core here. He's going to be swarmed relatively quickly here. He's get that call out, and the teams are going to swarm him. So most likely won't be able to get that much done. But again, just showing that the solo plays are still what these teams are going after. Really a coordinated push, I think, would be in favor of whatever team decides to do it. HitsAttack right now, coordinated push, especially with the Skybridge being so far advanced. They got 3-4 guys up here. As long as they could hold down their core.
Now.
As long as they could hold down their core, they might be able to get some work done on Dynasty's side. But again, two members of Dynasty over here, yeah.
He's getting the water now, which that's the thing you can do solo.
Yeah, and let's see. It doesn't look like Dynasty has a cannon set up. Oh, it does.
Yeah,
they have
it's going down.
Yeah.
Either way, they're able to get over there in TNT
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any sources below there. This is maybe a game.
And
I
a
don't
tunnel
believe
going
there
down
are.
as well
I think
underneath.
this might be it.
And does Dumpling have TNT on him?
He does.
Come on, Dumpling.
He's just gonna pop a hole and hope it leaks out the
No,
side, but the water
Dumpling.
just barely saves it. He's got the resources to do it. He could end this game right here.
Dumpling!
But there's sources on the side that could save it right now. HitsAttack,
Oh,
you
come
need to
on.
cover this up. Oh, the block span save. But oh, here comes sheer
TNT.
Slayer.
TNT.
TNT all over the monument. There goes the core. That should be GG unless some miracle happens. But if not, that will be GG for Dynasty. Oh, it's Favo getting that last little touch in just to say that they got it done. So, good game by them.
At the end there.
Yeah, good game to Dynasty. Good game to HitsAttack. Good job. And well done. Good game by both teams. And Dynasty will be going to week 2 with a 1-0 record. So congratulations to them. Let's take a look at each side real quick. Starting with HitsAttack side, we have obviously one completed monument, but a pretty good water defense setup. Flat bridge going across the end, going across the mid. I'm assuming that happened right at the end as a kind of a desperation move, if you will. Core defense never really got that evolved. Not a lot of cannons really on either side, either team side really throughout the whole match. A few pointed at the monuments, but nothing crazy. Towers generally untouched. Basically by both teams' side, and the same basically goes for Dynasty side. Both teams played fairly similarly. They both tried to play the same game, and it seemed Dynasty just played the Skybridge game a little better than HitsAttack was able to. So, again, good game to Dynasty, and let's see if there's any matches also currently going on that we can hop into.